and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts, guests, and contributors, and do not reflect the official views of Real TV, its management, or affiliates. Content is provided for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
To all of our local, regional and international viewers, thank you kindly for choosing us here at Real TV, where we bring reality to you. My dear friends, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Celisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am Celisa Budu Singh Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy. Get your pen, get your notebook, Real TV, so you can take notes and important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Mr. Robert Batiste, Head of Programming here at Real TV. And on behalf of the team, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a marvelous day today. It's the beginning of another work week, but I'll tell you, it is already the third day in August. Happy Monday, 3rd August 2026. A gentle reminder, it is a day and time we will never have the opportunity to ever have again in life. Don't procrastinate, don't waste your time, do something productive and constructive, all right? Let's quickly go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. And our quote says, "Say hello to Monday and to a brand new week filled with endless possibilities." Correct. It is the beginning of a new week and there's so many great things. But of course, it's all about the choices that you make. What you invest in, that's what you'll get in return. Thank you so much for that, Robert. Let's quickly go to their ad, Fab India Expo. They're also at the next door opposite the Mid-Center Mall. And they're also at Medford gas station. Let's go to the ad, please.
Fab India Expo would like to wish all our valued customers a blessed Ramadan 2026. We are now open with a complete change of stock, located opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas, featuring brand new styles and the latest products straight out of India. Shop from a wide variety of clothing, accessories and special goods catering for all your e-shopping needs. Plus, don't miss out on our full-size Indian food court with delicious meals and treats for everyone. Come visit us at the Fab India Expo, conveniently located opposite the Medford gas station in Chaguanas. Fab India Expo, your one-stop destination for Ramadan and e-shopping. We can't wait to see you.
Welcome back to Conversations with Celisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. To all of our local, our regional and our international viewers, you all will be informed today. Those of you on Tego, the app, remember to download it. It's absolutely free and you can take Real TV with you anytime. And of course, all those of you in Canada on the Caribbean Showtime television, thanks so much for choosing us, allowing us to influence you in a positive way. Today, I am going to be in conversation with a gentleman who is a force to be reckoned with, certainly making a great impact when it comes to allowing Trinidad and Tobago to shine. And of course, well-educated, years of experience. And we all know when we talk about the Caroni Bird Sanctuary, we all understand the impact it has, not just for here in Trinidad and Tobago, but people from all over the world get the opportunity. The holidays are upon us, and I'll tell you something. I believe every child in this country should have the opportunity. Make it a family affair, because it's certainly going to be an experience of a lifetime. Let's see. Good morning and a warm, warm welcome to Mr. Alistair Nanan. And he is Trinidad and Tobago's leading environmental advocate and birding conservationist, right? This is part of who he is, born and grew. It's in his blood. But he's certainly taken the experience to another level. Sir, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and morning to all your viewers.
Well, I'll tell you, we are very privileged this morning to have such a dynamic person with us live on set to talk about, because I've had the experience with the Caroni, and it's one that is everlasting, one that made such a great impact on me. The experience was simply awesome. And as I said, I believe every child, it's the holidays, you know, not everybody get the opportunity to take their kids to Disney World, SeaWorld, or we often go to trips to different parts of the world not understanding the beauty and the richness of what we can enjoy here in Trinidad and Tobago, but more importantly, at the most affordable rate.
Oh yeah, and this time of the year, August, we're doing what we call biodiversity at Caroni, where we invite kids to interact with other animals like reptiles and amphibians and snakes and mammals, and giving them all the education about it. You know, you do that and then do a tour of the Caroni Swamp. So for us, it's more like educating the young ones.
It is. They are living an experience of agri-science and science and all those things. They actually live it, which is amazing.
I would consider our tours at Caroni a live or a floating classroom.
It is.
Everybody that comes on these tours leave with some kind of love for the environment, and they would want to advocate for it as well.
And the impression is, if ever you go to Trinidad, that's a must.
Oh yeah, this is popular, and it's becoming more and more popular because the initiative we took by introducing so many different niches to the simple swamp or boat tour, where we're doing dinners on the boat, we're doing breakfast.
Sip and paint and all these things.
You could have sushi, sail, and the sunset.
I know, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And the beauty is, any occasion that you're having, you could actually celebrate it on. It's just amazing.
We
it's
have
beautiful.
weddings too, you know. We did a wedding so we could save you on the venue. And we had a wedding for, some people, and they had almost 100 people.
Beautiful.
We did the ceremony and everything, and we had a meal in there.
So innovative, very innovative. I am in awe. I've had the experience a couple of years ago. My aunt was here from Australia, and I took her, and then we made it a whole family affair. And it really was a beautiful one. And she said, you know, it was one of her better experiences here in Trinidad.
And we now see, well, since COVID, a lot of people are now turning the environmental page, and they want to do things that involves nature, hiking and boat tours, and then, so this is good too. And this is what we're giving people, locals and foreigners, regional. We're giving them a great experience at Caroni Swamp.
It certainly is. Mr. Nanan, I think it is important that our viewers know the history, because yes, we have the experience. Yes, it's one that is going to be everlasting. I also believe it's extremely affordable. I'll tell you personally, to me. But it is important that we know and recognize the pillars, the start of where this started and how you've taken it to another level over the years, which is being very innovative and thinking outside of the box, being very creative. So let's go down memory lane to where it all started with your grandfather.
Sure. And this is, we're talking about when it started in Caroni Swamp was in the 1920s.
1920s.
Even before the word ecotourism was even developed. My granddad was in the swamp enjoying nature.
Yeah.
But it all started off as a fishing and hunting business. So to be honest,
Yeah.
And back then you were allowed to hunt the skull tigers.
Right.
But and most of my granddad friends were British because, British were around those days.
Correct.
My granddad never worked in the sugarcane or rice industry. He was a carpenter and farmer. But most of his friends were British and French Creole aristocrats. And they would use his boat to go into the swamp to hunt and fish.
Nice.
For some reason, Simon, my granddad, never liked hunting the skull tigers because he fell in love with them. And who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
Right? Who wouldn't?
Yes.
This lovely, majestic bird, crimson color, just flying into roost every afternoon. Who wouldn't love that? He decided to do something to stop the hunting. And this is where he started first. He reverted his business into taking people on educational tours. And he started off with small boats, maybe a little family of 4 and 2. And this is when the business started growing and they started building bigger boats and bigger boats. But what he started to do also is he started a petition. And everybody that come on his store would sign a petition. And when he collected over 300 signatures and he went to the Ministry of Agriculture with that. And because of his petition, the area there, which we call the bird sanctuary, was protected in 1948.
Brilliant.
And no other boats could enter there other than the tow boats.
He was responsible for that.
He was responsible for
Brilliant.
that. And he and one of his best friends became the first 2 game wardens in there. And my granddad already had a firearm, so he used to patrol the swamp with his firearm, and he enjoyed keeping these scarlet ibis safe inside the swamp.
Yes.
But what was going on, people realized that they could hunt the birds outside of the swamp because the bird itself wasn't protected, the area was. This is when my father started tagging along with his dad, Winston Annan, and as time went by, they started lobbying together with other NGOs, lobbying for the bird itself to be protected.
Nice.
And it became the national bird in 1962. And the Nanan family was very, very happy for that. That was a milestone and
A great accomplishment.
a great accomplishment for my granddad. But over the years, things escalated in several different ways, where we had a growing business.
Right.
People from all over the world wanted to come and witness this because my granddad was also friends with Asa Wright, the owner of Asa Wright Nature Center. And she would have zoologists and botanists and biologists from all over the world coming to Asa Wright to study the birds there.
Right.
So you see the link. And then she used
Yes,
to bring
that's
them.
amazing.
She used to bring them to Udit, Simon, my granddad, to see the beautiful swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my father, he started documenting the species and stuff like that. Because he was in love with his dad.
So
the
he
work that
walked
dad
in
was
his
doing,
father's footsteps, kept it alive. And
Same
now,
thing as I do.
do you remember, can you recall in those days, what was the cost for that boat ride?
Oh gosh, maybe less than $5 or $2 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about, over 100 years.
Exactly.
I know as time passed by, it increased, but now for locals it's $75, which is also a very subsidized cost for
That
2.5
is a
hours.
steal of a deal, I'm
Yeah.
telling you. For 2.5 hours, the experience, the thrill of going down, seeing all the live animals,
Yeah.
and it really is a beautiful
It's really a good.
experience.
We won the Insider Award for one of the best or one of the top experiences in the
Brilliant.
Caribbean.
And it's very professional. You
Yeah.
have that professional feel, It's very complete, which is well appreciated.
And that's where our standards come in, because I was mentioning to you earlier on, I'm also the treasurer of TITOA, Trinidad and Tobago Tour Operators Association.
Right.
And that association was formed on standards by my dad, Winston,
Yeah.
and Mrs. Lorraine Pochette, who is now our president. And they saw the need to, for standards to be implemented in every tour operation in Trinidad
That's
and Tobago.
brilliant. That
And
is
I'm now the
brilliant.
treasurer, so as I say, we
Congratulations.
continue in the good work.
You wear many hats,
Yeah.
but all linked to improvement and growth.
It all into sustainable tourism.
Great.
Yeah.
We've got to take a quick break. This is a program, Conversations with Celisa, right here on Real TV. Kiddies, you're enjoying? Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation, understanding, where the bird sanctuary was and where it's at today, how it evolved over the years, and why we should all visit. Let's go to these messages. Stay with us.
You need some cash. You need it now. Without the stress, we'll tell you how.
At JNMB Express Finance, there are no fees on unsecured loans from $2,500 to $75,000. That's a fact. None, not one. No fees, no fuss, no cash. Approval in 24 hours, and the funds go direct to your account. Come in or call Jeff today.
Call 2244-JEF.
Behind every mistake, there's a person. And behind every struggle, there's a story waiting to be told. This is Redemption, a road to rehabilitation and recovery, where honesty meets hope and change begins. I am Prem Badri. I was a part of the problem, and now I want to be part of the solution. So join me on Real TV every Thursday at 6 p.m. See you there.
In a world full of noise, choose clarity. The Real News digital publication is your choice for important news coverage. From influential figures shaping our nation to a powerful week in review that keeps you informed. The weekly edition is available for download on all of our social media platforms. Smart, sharp, essential. Real News digital publication. Stay informed, stay educated, stay empowered.
Kids say the funniest things, and sometimes the smartest too.
So kids, if you were Prime Minister for one day, what would you do?
That everybody got a light location I'm going to reach. Happy everybody. When they get and walk out.
Every episode is packed with honest answers, big imaginations, and moments that will make you laugh, smile, and maybe even learn something new.
So join me, Zelisa, as we discover the world through the eyes of our youngest generation. Conversations with Kids, weekdays at 12 p.m. only on Real TV.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. To the 3 million plus viewers, thank you for making this happen, and I ask you to like and share so many more can enjoy the fantastic programming here at Real TV, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. A must for every family, a visit to the Caroni Bird Sanctuary. It certainly is going to be an experience of a lifetime, and I think it's most affordable. Welcome back, Mr. Nanan. I'm still in awe of how innovative this has become,
Yeah.
From where it started, those humble beginnings, to where it is now.
Well, the thing is, I'll tell you that when we shut down for COVID, we had to support all our workers, because what we do also is we rehabilitate hunters.
Nice.
So you must support these people, otherwise they'll go back and do wrong things, right? So some of our good guides were hunters, but they're now asking their families to stop hunting and join our team. But the innovation kicked in when we knew we had to support people in the community, and this is something that my father did and we like to follow. So what I did is I was thinking what we could come up with to make a big hit in Trinidad.
Yeah, you certainly
And I
did
just-
get
I
the
did.
formula.
I'll tell you, well, I prayed a lot. I said, God, just give me some good guidance. And he said, Lester, start doing your private boat tours and introduce food. One group came, a doctor from Mount Toby, called up, he said, Nanan, we're really tired, we just want to come and relax at the bird sanctuary, want some food. So I tell this idea struck and I say, you know what, I'm going to put on a table, I'm going to do full cutlery and a full 4-course meal. When them come, they was expecting food in boxes
Right.
and they were blown away. We had a restaurant to prepare and deliver the food. So we encourage restaurants to join us because we do it at 8 different restaurants and everybody was happy.
What I like is that you could decide whatever you want to eat, you know.
we have
That is
about
amazing.
8 or 10 different menus.
Exactly.
But we want everything local, so we supporting the local.
Support local, yeah.
But restaurant style food.
Very nice.
These doctors were blown away. One of the doctors did a video.
Oh, that's it, Mr. Nana.
Yeah, this is you see, look at the
Beautiful.
background there,
Yeah,
where you
wow.
could have your fascinating meal.
I've seen a little bottle around
Yeah,
too.
well, yeah, you could bring your stuff, but
yeah. Very nice, very
you
innovative.
can't overdo it with alcohol.
Can you imagine having a meal and on that boat, and you know, look at the I mean, this is, I'm blown away. I mean, I haven't had a meal on it, but it would be nice. And of course, you could order any type of food.
Yeah, we had a wedding here.
Oh,
I could see how frustrated I was there. I was so stressed.
you just wanted to make sure everything was perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Nice,
We did the
beautifully.
ceremony there. We had the
Well put
wedding
together. I
and-
mean, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous.
And it's very, very affordable. Huh?
Yeah. Nice.
We had, this is our chef here from Chaz.
Yes.
We had Angelina, we do kayaking as well.
Yeah. Wow.
The tagline for our kayaking tours are, we can take you closer to nature.
Aw.
You know, without...
You really get an intimate
yeah.
with nature. You're
But still
absolutely correct. Yes.
yeah. These
Look
are
at
birds
that
on
now.
mud flats. So remember the Carney Swamp is a tidal estuary where the
Right.
birds depend on feeding on the mud flats. So this is a picture of birds feeding on mud flats there.
Very nice.
A brilliant scarlet
I
ibis
know.
flying in flocks of 100 sometimes, coming in to roost on the mangrove islands in the afternoon.
Beautiful.
Soboto.
Yeah.
Or
Ah, there's a foodie,
yeah, we
yes.
even had this guy here come
Yeah.
to try out our food and
Very nice. All these influencers.
families enjoy
Yeah.
families enjoy the tour. You're having
Of
dinner,
course.
sip and paint here for
This
kids.
is lovely. Talk to us about this because I think this is awesome. Schools, not just schools, but I think even in the schools they could organize beautiful tours
yeah.
like these for the children because it's a learning experience as well. It's a bit of understanding agri-science and things like that. It's hands-on.
So, yeah, the main purpose of our tours is getting the education part out for the kids.
Yes.
And you can enjoy it because this part here when they do the painting
Yeah.
is in the afternoon when they're looking at the birds.
Yes, this is awesome.
So you get all the hour and a half of talks, how important the environment is, how everything must coexist, how important the wetlands are, the mangrove ecosystem, and then you get this wonderful time with the instructor.
May
to
I
paint
ask,
it.
what is the cost for this tour?
It depends. Some people take light snacks.
Right.
Some people take the full 4-course meal with
Okay.
their paint package. So it can range from $250 to
Okay,
$400.
understood, which is so affordable. People go to the bar and waste money drinking and liming.
Well, listen, look, Mario saw the good work you're doing.
Right?
And we subsidize our tours even much more. So for the holidays, we're now doing something with Mario's for $150.
That's great.
Where you get in pizza, paint, you get in the instructor, and you get in your tour.
Nice.
For $150. So again, we subsidize, we like to give back to the locals and to the
That's
kids.
a steal of a deal, you know.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You go to the movies and spend much more money than that. That's the truth. So, I mean, having and living this experience, feeling and being in the atmosphere, you know, the wind blowing and, it's awesome.
And for kids, as I mentioned earlier, I consider our tours as a living classroom or floating classroom.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, and our main objective is to get the education out there.
Yeah.
And I think if you start with the kids, they will know what's going on wrong home. Maybe later they say we need to clean up this, we need to do that. Let's petition to get these bottles banned or this, pick up this glass. It starts off with the kids, I think.
You're very true. It starts with the children from the home in terms of instilling the right morals and values, things like that. But I think we also, as parents, do have a greater responsibility to allow our children to live these experiences. Now we understand, Mr. Nanan, as I said before, not everybody could afford to take their kids to Disney World or for a holiday out of, but the beauty is this is so affordable and it's a living experience that we could allow our children and ourselves to enjoy together, a family experience,
That's why we have so much nice packages where if you want a dinner or even you want to have a private boat and you bring your food.
You want to engage.
Yeah, you want to engage. We have engagements, we have proposals.
You want to propose. You want to, so you just want to go for a nice
Even
dinner.
the breakfast store.
You have a breakfast store?
We have a breakfast store where you see the birds blast off in the morning.
What time is this,
sunrise.
Mr.
That
Nana?
one meeting is 5 a.m.
Yeah.
But it's a special request because of the time.
Yes.
We also prepare local food, like you get in sada roti with about 4 or 5 different
Baigan
sides.
choka and tomato
Baigan
choka.
choka, tomatoes choka, aloo choka, all these chokas. And maybe some bulgur, you have an option of a wrap if you don't want roti. So we creating, the main purpose is to create an experience for you right here in Trinidad, right here at Caribbean.
What I would say, sir, it's a local experience with an international standard. That's what I would say. It's an experience we have locally that we could feel the pride and joy of. This is Trinidad,
The force that driving those standards again is the association that I am part of, TITOA.
When we return, we're going to talk a little bit about that association and what sets that association apart in order to preserve and to keep and to continue to evolve. This is a program, Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV. If you haven't been on a tour, it's a must. Let's go to these messages. Stay with us.
Looking for all your back-to-school essentials? Well, come on down to Keith Muhammad Books and School Supplies, where we have a wide variety of stationery and stencil supplies. We have wide ranges of textbooks on math, science, and even literature. We also are the sole distributors of the Malaysian publisher Mind to Mind, and have bestsellers Sudoku and Word Search. Visit us at our opening hours and feel our warm hospitality. We are located at number 5 Railway Road, San Juan, and WhatsApp us at 777-7341 for more info.
I am Walter Stewart, President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Council of Parent-Teacher Associations Incorporated. Join us every Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Real TV, where we look at NPTA Speaks, National Parent-Teacher Association Speaks, on topical and relevant issues pertaining to parents, teachers, education, and students of Trinidad and Tobago. This, of course, encapsulates local, regional, and international audiences every Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Real TV, NPTA Speaks.
Kids say the funniest things, and sometimes the smartest too.
So kids, if you were Prime Minister for one day, what would you do?
That everybody got a light location are going to reach. Have everybody. When they come and walk out.
Every episode is packed with honest answers, big imaginations, and moments that will make you laugh, smile, and maybe even learn something new.
So join me, Zelisa, as we discover the world through the eyes of our youngest generation. Conversations with Kids, weekdays at 12 p.m. only on Real TV.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you, to all of our local, regional and international viewers. Thank you so much for choosing us. Now I know all those of you abroad looking at the program this morning, you're saying my next visit, it's a must, and it should be, because it's going to be an experience of a lifetime. And there's a proud feeling of patriotism as well. Me as a person feeling proud to say we have this in Trinidad and Tobago, that we could take our loved ones when they come on vacation, or even ourselves, give ourselves a wonderful experience, Today I'm in conversation with a true son of this soil, and that is Mr. Allison Nanan. He's TNT's leading environmental advocate and birding conservationists, right? And today it's all about the legacy in the mangrove, protecting the Caroni swamp and building a future, a wonderful future here in Trinidad and Tobago when it comes to building and growing and expanding. And that's what you did. That's what you all did. And I think we need to applaud. I also feel, in my perspective, the tourism, Ministry of Tourism need to jump in and get involved, because we are looking for income, we're looking for revenue, and they need to, I think personally, this is what investment is, in ensuring that we allow the tourism industry to blossom and bring in money.
I'm glad you bring up that point, because just last week, there was a big article that nature and tourism is big bucks. We've been doing this for almost 100 years.
Exactly. It started with your grandfather.
Right. Nanan's is not only boat tours at Caroni. We've been leading bird watching expedition. It started off with my father at the age of 16 years old, when his own pictures and illustration was used in National Geographic 1956 centerfold.
You see, Mr. Nanan, you see this rich information and history. It is what our children should know.
And then Winston started leading trips for National Geographic, which I do now. They was here a year ago.
Right.
Into Trinidad, Tobago and South America.
And that's National Geographic.
Yeah. And so he saw, well, other than being innovative, he saw the income he could get and bringing these foreigners to Trinidad. Look, we could boast of over 500 species of birds, over 2,400 species of plants, shrubs, trees, orchids, some endemic species you only see here. We have over 700 species of butterflies. They talk about our mammals or reptiles. I say bird watching in Trinidad is like an introduction to bird in South America without the hassle.
Exactly.
We have 4,500 square kilometers, and we have over 500 species of birds. The bird density is high. That's why birding in Trinidad is so good.
Yeah. Now you've been able to educate yourself. Knowledge is power. Can we get some other pictures? Knowledge is power. Look at this.
Mas Cardinal Caroni Bird Sanctuary.
Oh my God.
So foreigners, flamingos. So we having flamingos now. We never had flamingos. You can hold there. Let me just explain something.
Yes,
we never had flamingos in Caroni Swamp before 2015.
Before 2015,
we never had them there. We had one or two in Trinidad, but not in Caroni Swamp. The first day I saw flamingos at Caroni Swamp was the 22nd of April. The day my father died.
Oh, really?
The very day my father died, and I went into the swamp with a group from Tukos Audubon Society.
Yeah.
I saw a flock of 40 flamingos, and I broke down in tears. I said, I said, Dad, you send these birds to me?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But we know that any island that possesses a good habitat, once there's adequate food supply, that will encourage colonizing of any species.
Right.
So the birds came over on migration. The best guess would be from Venezuela.
Venezuela, okay.
They realized that the place is safe, the food is nice, and they decided to stay. Now, on our tours, every day, you could see hundreds of flamingos. Hundreds.
Nice. Beautiful. Thank you, Robert.
And these are crab-eating raccoons. People never know we have that in Caroni Swamp.
Yeah. A raccoon, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
crab-eating raccoon.
And that's the beauty, you get the opportunity to see all these things.
Yes, and the
real.
snake, Cook's tree boa or Corallus Russianburger. The snake we see there. In Trinidad, I have well over 40 species of snakes. You have some of the largest snakes. Don't talk about our endangered, well, you don't have this at Caroni, but as I mentioned, we also do tours
Exactly.
all over Trinidad. And
Beautiful.
this is our leatherback turtles, which is endangered as well. And we tie in that with our tours. One of our endemic birds here, the Trinidad piping guan. Where
This
you would,
look big.
yeah. It's easiest place to see that is in Grand River, but throughout the entire northern range.
Nice.
Nowhere else in the world you will see
Oh.
that. This is a green honey creeper.
Yes. Exquisite. God,
So
really amazing.
Our
eh?
biodiversity is
Yeah.
so rich and beautiful.
Yeah.
This is a silky anteater or pygmy anteater. You see
Yeah.
this at Caroni Bird Sanctuary.
Okay.
We saw 2 of those yesterday with guests.
So it's common.
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
this not that common, because sometimes it's hard to see them.
Okay.
But they happened to see 2 yesterday.
Nice.
Because I was hearing people talking. Ruby topaz,
Oh
Trinidad
my
is blessed with
God.
hummingbirds.
Yes.
From the Amerindians used to worship them and think that they were their ancestors.
When you think of how amazing God is to create all these
Oh, yeah.
creatures and the colors and so brilliant and beautiful.
And that is how I link my business. My business is showing people God's creation,
beautiful.
which is so. I mentioned I'm also
You
the
see
chairman.
it as a blessing.
Yeah, I mentioned I'm also the chairman of Felicity Presbyterian Church.
So you're
Nature I
God-fearing
love.
man, you're God-fearing.
Yes. Nature I
Brilliant.
love.
Very nice. Look at that now.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Scarlet ibis at
Yes.
No, when these birds actually are black,
Aha.
the scarlet ibis, when they hatch from the eggs, they are black. They need the carotene to get red, and it takes about 2.5 to 3 years for that to happen.
Really?
Yes.
You see, you're educating us
Yeah.
right now, me.
The
So
birds-
they are actually born black in color, and then their color blossoms into this
Yeah,
over the
grayish
2.5
underparts, brown,
years.
pink, and scarlet in 2.5.
Wow.
And then they mature enough to
Yes.
to mate and do all these things.
Very nice. Thank you, Robert. Any more pictures? I'm fascinated by these pictures, I'm blown away. I want to talk as well about, you're the head of an organization where they, thinking out, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm the treasurer of TITOA.
Right.
Our role and function there is to create sustainable tourism, to create a sustainable tourism industry.
Okay.
Where we need standards and all these things.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so I am the treasurer. And one day I could invite our president, Ms. Lorraine, to come and talk.
Love to,
yeah, I would love, and she would love to come here and talk
Yeah.
about, because there's many years of experience
Yes.
people in that organization.
Yeah.
Where Winston was a founding member, my dad, and they saw the need for standards, and this is when it was formed. And we have a lot of people that join the association.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and this is what we want people to join. I think as a uniform body, we could get a better product out to do.
I like that you see things that way, because everybody's mind comes together, would add a little extra essence to
Yeah.
the whole.
Now, sustainable tourism for me is where nature and humans can coexist. And once you can make sure that you protect the environment, you have, when a foreigner comes to the country, the hotel, the operators, the tour guides, the taxi drivers, the maxi drivers, the restaurants, the souvenir shops.
They create employment.
Exactly.
They bringing in the US and the Canadian
The
and the
forex
pounds.
coming in,
We don't
and
have
then
to,
we just have to give them this experience, but they're spending their money, and this is how much lives it touches,
Of course, and not only that, they take away from the experience to say, I've been to Trinidad and Tobago, I've been to the Caribbean, I've had this experience. I think it is a must for every foreigner. Just as I'm saying, it's a must for every citizen because it's ours.
Yeah.
It should be our pride and joy. We should have the experience because I think more so it's so affordable.
It's
To
affordable.
be quite honest. with
Some of
you.
the packages, as I mentioned, the tour is affordable, but some of the packages we tend to keep the rate down also because you have a lot of competition in Belize and Costa Rica and some of these other islands where these countries where you have so much bird species. But what we do when I do my packages, we build a package. I call it Introduction to Bird in South America,
Right.
where we do 10 days, all 12 days. We do birding ecologists, 3 lodges. We use Acerite, Mount Plaisir, and Tobago. We use blue waters in.
Excellent.
Yeah, so this is what. So we've been doing this for quite a long while, bringing in groups into Trinidad.
And
I work for so many different foreign companies.
Yeah.
Some big players like Nature Trek and Heatherly, Naturalist Journeys, Field Guides, Rock Jumpers. All these people trust me to send their clients abroad to Trinidad and Tobago to make sure that they have a good experience.
You know, you said something there that's very valid, and I think we need to take it very serious, and that is when you talk about creating employment, allowing the industry to grow, to evolve, not dependent but rather independent, and making sure that we gain. It's about bringing tourists to the country. So we could capitalize on tourism.
Yes,
you follow?
Hospitality
Exactly,
industry,
because you talk about it. You're absolutely right. It's from the time you get into the taxi driver that will take an income for him. The hotels, the food, it creates so much. Exactly.
The entire experience is blown away. We get really, really good reviews because our history and our cuisine is second to none in the world.
Exactly.
Look how many different people brought in, that bring together a beautiful Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago for me is not only Carnival.
Exactly, you're absolutely correct. I agree with you.
So much we can do.
So much
we can do.
We just came out of emancipation.
Yeah, look, other than emancipation, last week we had Birds Caribbean, a big conference that I was part of.
Nice.
Where you had over 450 delegates from all over the world visiting. They came to Trinidad, they stayed at the Hyatt and our hotels there in Port of Spain. But the main talk was policies and protection of birds, because that's the future of bird watching.
Yes.
You have to protect the environment, the wetlands, so the birds will thrive.
Right.
So the foreigners would come to your country to see the birds, and then this is where sustainable tourism comes, where everybody gets part of it.
It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And it's there glaring. It's not that it's a hidden secret.
It's right there, and I think Trinidad has a bright future when it comes to bird watching. I'm lucky because I've been doing it for quite a while.
Well, Mr. Nan, it's in your blood, as I said.
Yeah.
What I think is also nice, and I'll say this, is that you could have the experience. When I say affordable, you have choices. So you could do it based on your budget.
Exactly.
So everybody would have the opportunity to have this amazing experience. Yeah. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us. This is the program Conversations with Zalisa, right here on Real TV.
You need some cash. You need it now. Without the stress, we'll tell you how.
At JNMB Express Finance, there are no fees on unsecured loans from $2,500 to $75,000. That's a fact. None, not one. No fees, no fuss, no catch. Approval in 24 hours, and the funds go direct to your account. Come in or call Jeff today.
Call 2244-JEF.
Looking for all your back-to-school essentials? Well, come on down to Keith Muhammad Books and School Supplies, where we have a wide variety of stationery and stencil supplies. We have wide ranges of textbooks on math, science, and even literature. We also are the sole distributors of the Malaysian publisher Mind to Mind, and have bestsellers Sudoku and Word Search. Visit us at our opening hours and feel our warm hospitality. We are located at number 5 Railway Road, San Juan, and WhatsApp us at 777-7341 for more info.
Join us on Real TV for Highlights with Alan Ferguson, a program where we aim to level the playing field through meaningful conversation and real action. We highlight the positive developments happening within communities across Trinidad and Tobago, while also addressing the concerns and challenges affecting government agencies and everyday citizens. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m., only on Real TV.
Kids say the funniest things, and sometimes the smartest too.
So kids, if you were Prime Minister for one day, what would you do?
That everybody got a light location I'm going to reach. Have everybody. Well,
Every episode is packed with honest answers, big imaginations, and moments that will make you laugh, smile, and maybe even learn something new.
So join me, Zelisa, as we discover the world through the eyes of our youngest generation. Conversations with Kids, weekdays at 12 p.m. only on Real TV.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. I'm in conversation with Mr. Alistair Nanan, and you know, he's talking to us about how the legacy in the mangrove, and how do we protect, how do we evolve, how do we grow, what do we do next. Welcome back. And you know, you and your family have been very instrumental with regards to development. But what can we do to continue to improve, continue to evolve, and into better standards?
First, let me just say something about legacy. Somebody think legacy would be something that is left behind. I say a legacy is what you could change to pass on better for the next generation.
That is very
That's
nice.
my take on legacy,
Very
right?
nice.
But we're talking about pass on. There's simple things we could do to fix our environment in Trinidad. We have so many good laws in place, but we lack enforcement. But
Are they executed? No.
right? It's very rarely executed. For instance, litter. You go as a foreigner, or even a local, to any part of Trinidad, and there's too much garbage all over. Okay, we have something working. You have this scrap iron industry. You're not seeing scrap metal over the place again. Let's start an industry with plastic bottles, and we have one, but we need to go mass to clean our drains and our rivers. The rubbish is killing the environment, it's killing the tourism. And simple things of like have the Borough Corporation do their job of cleaning the drains, cleaning the side of the road. Simple things like this would go a long way.
Simple things that make a big difference.
Yeah, and there's good laws, as I say, but no enforcement. We have a law that if you're cruel to animals, it's $100,000. Yet you have people dumping cats and animals all over the place. Waterloo, Carney Swamp, every cremation site, all over there, dumping cats and dogs. It's a fine. Start fining people.
Yeah.
You know?
They have to be enforced.
So my main thing is simple things to fix the environment, right? And if you want sustainable tourism, you need to protect the environment first, and that will strive.
What is in the making, the future?
The future? Well, for us, we have a lot more innovative stuff. You know, we want to do things like yoga in the swamp.
That's
That'd
a
be
nice experience in the morning.
Yes, in the morning. You know, things like that.
Yeah,
but stay
meditation,
tuned.
yeah.
Stay tuned, because I don't want to say everything, because, you know, next thing you know, I hear somebody else doing it.
They steal the idea.
Yeah, right? But what I want to talk a little bit about is control tourism. We know everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to create an experience for people to enjoy. But let's do it in the proper way, the proper manner. We've seen tours are running all over the place where people are abusing alcohol and they're noisy and stuff like that. That is not what I see as tourism. We are more family-oriented business, and education is our key role and function on our tours. All right? So I will call for operators who are doing these things to stop it. Or, you know, simple as the bird sanctuary tour is just 2.5 hours. You don't want to pump alcohol on people down the throat and get them drunk, and they have to drive home, and it's a disaster. We don't want to do these things.
And not only that, how can they enjoy the beauty
How can they can
of
enjoy
it?
it, as I
Under
said,
the influence.
under the
If you
influence.
want to go and make it a farm, I mean, if people choose to do it in moderation, do it with
And
some
we
kind
tell
of
people,
discipline.
we can't stop people from doing it.
Right.
We give sometimes a complimentary wine.
Right.
People ask if they could drink this stuff. We say yes, but moderation.
Right.
We're just on the boat for 2.5 hours.
Right.
So I want to see that people are more responsive and responsible
Yeah.
when they're doing things in these environmental areas. You know, it's sensitive areas because noise is sensitive to the
Correct.
environment as
Yeah.
well as garbage and things.
Of
you know, all these things.
course.
So
No littering and all of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
What I want to see is for the swamp to become an environmentally sensitive area.
Mm-hmm.
The Scarlet ibis was chosen to be an environmentally sensitive species in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
where the fines were changed, which is good. The fine, if you get caught with an ibis, was $1,000. Now it's $100,000. So the fines are high. All right, but enforcement.
Do people still hunt them?
Well, the thing is, this trend that the authorities think the law will serve the purpose. No, you have to have enforcement. People should get fined, and that is when they'll be afraid to hunt the scarlet ibis. We think people still taking a chance to hunt the ibis because they know the law is a joke and it is not enforced. If they enforce the law, then you have stricter penalties and all these things, and it will be better. We think they're still taking the chance to shoot the birds outside of the swamp because they know no game wardens are around, you know, things like that.
It's very unfortunate though.
Yeah, I know. And so we meet with all these small groups, and we actually have a meeting next week with
Nice.
Forestry Division.
Great.
We meet ever so often. So we want them to know they have our support. You know, at the swamp there, where even at the bird sanctuary, we do all the cleaning of the mangroves, we pick up the litter, we trim all the trees, and we even have my guys patrolling as well.
So you've taken the responsibility to ensure
Yeah.
that it's cleaned, ensure that
Yeah, but you
it's a
wouldn't see
safe
me
environment.
posting up every garbage, every litter I pick up. But yes, we're doing this. The monies that we get from the tours going back to the swamp and the communities around the swamp. We hire the communities, the people in the poorer communities around the swamp. We hire them to trim the swamp, to trim the mangroves, clean the riverways and things, so they get them back something out of
So
it.
you're also creating employment.
We're creating
It's
employment,
a win-win
yeah.
all around. When you think of it, it's a win-win. You're doing positive things.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I wish the law would see how serious it is and start to make sure that
Yeah,
you know,
the law must. Rubbish is the main challenge.
Yeah.
Other than rain, but you know these are things of God, so we can, you know, second guess that. But the thing
What
is,
happens in the rainy season?
the tours don't stop. We run the tours still, but you're on a nature trip.
Yeah.
You could walk with an umbrella. We have a tarpaulin. We could pull over the whole boat. Our boats are not designed with a permanent hood because then in the past we had one. People complain they're not seeing the sky, the beautiful sky. They have to look
Yeah.
so we scrap the hoods.
Yeah.
But you can walk with a rain cloak. You can walk with an umbrella. We have a cover. We pull over the entire boat because rain wouldn't fall for the 2.5 hours. You get a brief shower and then the rain stops.
That in itself is a little experience.
And people enjoy that.
When you go to Niagara Falls, you get
exactly.
wet.
You're going to get wet, right? People say, I say, what do you like about it all the best? The kids say, I love when we pull it up and the wind was blowing and this rain beating on.
See?
Okay, no problem. And different people have different views.
Correct.
You know, so rainy season is a challenge because the amount of visitors are less. But we do well also.
I love that you have the early morning now.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a beautiful experience.
It's wonderful.
I could just imagine.
wonderful.
I could
And
just imagine it in my, you know.
that tour starts off at 5 a.m., so it's still dark. The reason we start that early is that we must get into the birds while it's still dark.
Yeah.
If there's any light there and they see us, they will leave. So it defeats the purpose of going in early.
Yeah.
So we cruise in the dark with the little flashlights. We look at the stars. the
That
moon.
experience,
It's beautiful.
I would imagine.
And then you see some animals while going along with your flashlights. And then we park up and we moor the boats at these areas where it's still dark. People don't know what it is. And then when it gets bright, you see a big island with thousands of red birds.
Wow.
And then maybe something would disturb them, a plane or something, or they just all lift off.
Oh.
And then the flamingos come and then they join in, and then the egrets and the herons. It's really nice.
What is the best? I know this is, this is what you know. You were born into this, you've grown into it. Of course, you educated yourself and taken yourself in terms of intellect to a different level. But what is your fondest memory? You would have had many, many experiences.
It's a lot of fondest memory. My fondest memory of the swamp was that day when I saw the flamingos for the first time. And this is a recurring thing that comes every time I see them. But just sitting there in the afternoon looking at these birds flying, it would mesmerize you,
I know, I had the experience.
If you had problems or anything, you come there. I think doctors say it's an antidote to relax. It's healing. Just sitting there and seeing these birds, looking at these birds going to there, it's a healing process.
It's also seeing and believing and understanding the greatness of God.
Oh yeah.
Very often we forget. But you go in the middle there and you sit and you realize God is just an amazing God.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I love showing His creation. So my work is easy, It's my passion.
You love it. So you're not working.
It's not working. My work is very easy. And you know what I mean? Other than the Caroni Swamp, as I say, we do educational programs. What I want to do at the swamp, I want to put up a hall where kids who are not going on the swamp could come and get a 3D version of the swamp outside.
That's a lovely
idea. I want to do that.
Maybe a small little zoo as well. I'm just thinking now in my brains.
Talking about zoo, I don't know if you saw that on the 19th and the 20th of August, which is fully booked already, we have biodiversity at Caroni Swamp, where we have snakes coming in, we have birds, mammals, amphibians. Yeah, we have them. So we're doing a show there for about an hour and a half with the kids, and then they go on the boat to do these tours.
Oh, that's lovely.
And again, $30 for that, which is going back to the maintenance of the animals, and $60 for the tour, and $60 for the tour, 2.5 hours. Again, we're subsidizing it for the locals around this side.
I love the idea. It's really thinking outside of the box and being very innovative, and I believe it's just a win-win when it comes to tourism.
But the main thing for us is education.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You're correct.
When my dad did that,
yeah.
Winston Nanan actually put Caroni Bird Sanctuary on the map many years ago.
Yes.
Many years ago.
What times are the tours?
Our tours are available every day at 4 p.m. So we actually be there at least 15-20 minutes before.
Okay.
You enjoy a 2.5 hour tour and you get back at 6:30.
So you get the tickets there, or do you have to pre-purchase the tickets?
A lot of people purchase or they pay online, but yes, you can pay there as well. You know what I mean? They do transaction before, like for big groups, they can do a wire before.
Right. So they
have a lot of church. And
well, I would imagine for the meals, you have to call ahead and pre-order.
For the meals, you have to book at least 3 days in advance.
Nice.
But
beautiful.
For instance, for 10 persons on a boat, private boat with a tow and 4 courses, $375. People say, like the other day, a woman was
$375 TT for dinner on a boat that for 2.5 hours.
A lady said, Mr. Nanan, all the experience here. I said, no, we just want to make it affordable for people.
You're making it affordable so that our people can have an experience that they can enjoy.
Yes, the foreigners could
affordable.
Come. The foreigners could come and pay more.
Yeah.
But what we do with the foreigners, we offer transportation.
Yeah.
We offer, so it adds up.
Yeah.
We offer additional stuff.
Beautiful.
You know? We had a senator flying for our way with a senator with a private jet and the owner of some oil rigs from Texas came and swarmed to do the tour.
Brilliant.
So I tell you, it's a popular thing all over the world.
Mr. Nanan, I want to applaud you and your family for the dynamic work that you're doing, not just for Trinidadians, but of course for all of our international visitors that come to visit. And it really should be an experience of a lifetime. It really should. I think it's quite affordable. It's fair because of the work that you have to put in order to maintain. you take, and I take that away from you very seriously. Your goal is, what I gather, is to educate, and I love that aspect.
But
it's not to, I mean, of course we have to pay our bills, and you have to make money, right? But at the end of the day, the value, the takeaway that we get with that experience is simply awesome, second to none.
And you have to look at that in this way. The environment, if we don't have it, you wouldn't be able to do it. So we must protect the environment for this to work.
You're very correct.
And we must try to enforce the laws.
I wish the authorities could get involved and, take this to another level. But I guess the best is always yet to come. Congratulations, God's choicest blessings and guidance. And to you and your family, I think on behalf of every Trinidadian, we're very grateful for the investment of your time and your energy and your knowledge into helping TNT blossom and become something that is beautiful and experience.
Yeah, and I urge everyone to come and do the tour.
Yeah, I
call
saw
us. Google up Nanan Tours. I'm sure you'll share the contact information, or it's so easy to get onto us. But come and do an experience where you would leave as an advocate for the environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm sure we'll have other conversations.
Sure. And it's a pleasure to have me here.
It was our blessing. All the best, sir. This is where we're going to wrap things up for today, reminding you that conversations with kids at 12 o'clock right here on Real TV and other fabulous shows. Hard Talk taking birth today as well from 2 to 3. So a lot's happening right here on Real TV. Here's reminding you, my friends, that with God and only God, all things are possible. Keep smiling, be positive, and always know the best is yet to come. I am Zalisa Budu Singh Rupani. Thank you so much for choosing us. Be safe. See you soon.
The views and opinions expressed in the preceding program were those of the hosts, guests, and contributors, and do not reflect the official views of Real TV, its management.